Hi, my name is Donna. I am the owner of Bush Babes and Bros Trail Running in Vernon, BC. We are an events company that hosts events in Silver Star Provincial Park. We chose Silver Star Provincial Park for our events due to the beautiful, stunning location. The trails there are absolutely amazing. They're really well kept. There's a very lovely staging area, views from all over the place. The events there start at about 5,000-ish feet, so that just adds a little extra kick for our runners or riders. There's a beautiful lake up there, and again, the scenery is just amazing. When you get to some of the top of the climbs, you can see all over the Vernon, Okanagan Valley, to Cal Lake, Swan Lake, and Okanagan Lake. We feel really grateful to be allowed to host our events in a provincial park. It is a privilege to use the parks. We feel it's really important when we leave that park after hosting our events that you really can't tell that we were even there. For our Soup to Nuts event, which is a mountain bike trail running event, we use primarily single track trails, a little bit of cross-country trails. It starts out as a trail run and they go into a trail called Soup to Nuts. And then the mountain bikers head out and do the same thing, climbing and climbing and climbing till they get to the top. It's pretty fun. Another type of trails that we use primarily for our Okanagan Backyard Ultra, we keep that event on the cross-country ski trails because they go through the night. Sometimes we go 26, 27 hours with that, and racers get pretty tired. So we want to make sure they have non-technical trails that doesn't have a lot of elevation for them. They can run side by side in the night, and it's pretty safe and fun for them. Even if you're not a seasoned runner, there's still an opportunity for anyone to come up and run on the trails in Silver Star Provincial Park. I myself hold clinics up there, and we take anybody from advanced trail runners to learn to run to simply hikers into those trails and introduce them to the beautiful area. You don't have to be a seasoned runner. You just really have to have the desire that you want to get out into a beautiful location and explore Silver Star Provincial Park.
Hi, I'm Matthew Kemp. I'm a Vernonite since the late 80s. Moved away for a little while and came back. I've been skiing and playing on the Silver Star Mountains since I was about 9 years old, mostly in the wintertime, but in the last 5 years I've taken up trail running and hiking on the trails around Silver Star.
I'm Jamie McKillop, and I also have been here since actually the early 80s. And I left for a little while and had to come back to the Four Seasons because it's absolutely gorgeous here. And being here on Sovereign territory, growing up around the trails and hiking was a big thing in my family. So we spent a lot of time exploring this beautiful place that we call home. My favorite thing about the Sovereign Trail Network is that it is sort of rugged, but also, you know, you lead back to somewhere quite easily. It's pretty easy to navigate.
I really like the Sovereign trails because they're, like Jamie says, they're looped, but also we're 25 minutes away from Vernon. So we can be up here with our dogs out of the heat of the summer and within a half an hour, and it's 5 to 10 degrees cooler usually up here. There's definitely diversity of everything from logging roads to single track, steep, flat. You have everything up here.
Hi, my name is Keith Bazinet, and I love biking at Silver Star Provincial Park. One of the biggest things about riding up here is definitely the climate. It is usually around 10 degrees cooler than in Vernon. My favorite thing up at Sovereign Lake is definitely the slabs in Hammer Cow and Rock is a New Berm. Just the rock slabs in general, you can flow down them really nicely, and they're overall just like super fun to ride. I started riding Sovereign around 2019, 2020, and I instantly just loved the trails. It's completely different from what's in town.
I've been riding Sovereign for 5 years now. Born and raised here locally in Vernon, BC. I first had heard about Sovereign from one of my parents' friends. They took me with them when I was a lot younger than I am now. Rode up here for the first time, and the trails are like, they're nothing I've ever ridden before up here. My favorite mountain biking style has to be probably the tech. I just fall in love with the janky tech, and the trails up here, like Rock is the New Berm. The line choice in there is just, it's phenomenal. There's such a major difference between riding anywhere in town compared to up here at Sovereign Lake. Hey, my name's Cian Maltwinick, and I love biking at Silver Star Provincial Park.
We definitely have to do that again.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cian, what did you find like doing those slabs in Hammercraft the first time?
I think that was some of the best riding I think I've done in Vernon.
Yeah,
There are some hidden trails in there. That
Yeah.
was sweet.
it's so much fun.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
definitely like my favorite trail in Vernon, for sure.
especially that big long rock feature that was in there.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Hi, my name is Nicole, and I was raised in the Okanagan. I love coming to Silver Star Provincial Park to mountain bike. The biking is so beautiful. I mean, I'd have to say that's my personal favorite here, is accessing the techie bike trails.
Hi, my name is Tim. I grew up in Lake Country, but I've lived in Vernon for 11 years. I've been mountain biked for that long as well, and skied, snowboard, snowshoed, hiked, trail build, got married here.
We got married at Silver Star Provincial Park on Rock is the New Berm trail, which we actually helped to build. Yeah, the Rock is the New Berm is a mountain bike trail that's about 10 years old now. And when we built that trail, that was actually the first year that we had founded the Trail Ninjas program, which got youth in the area to come up and build trail and get some mountain biking experience. So it looked awesome with us standing here in our wedding dress and suit, and then the bike coming behind us.
The bell.
The bell!
No, I didn't need that. That was in the...
Hi, my name's Wendy Shannon, and I'm the General Manager at Sovereign Lake Nordic Club in Vernon, BC. Sovereign Lake is located in Silver Star Provincial Park, 20 minutes from Vernon, so very close. So much different than living somewhere like Vancouver, where I used to spend 2 hours driving to a provincial park. I think a lot of people move to the Vernon area and visit the Vernon area because of that proximity. So Sovereign Lake Nordic Club has a permit to operate in Silver Star Provincial Park. Our job is to be ambassadors for the park in maintaining trails through the winter months.
Hi, my name is Eric Denise. I've been skiing in the Silver Star Provincial Park for 34 years.
Hi, my name is Max, and I've been skiing in Silver Star Provincial Park for 1 year.
Hi, my name's Bree. This is my second season skiing within the Silver Star Provincial Park.
Hi, my name is Sydney, and this will be my 11th year skiing at Sovereign Lake Nordic Club within Silver Star Provincial Park.
My favorite thing about the trails here at Sovereign Lake are probably just the sheer amount of trails. It's pretty awesome to have so much variety.
My favorite thing about skiing at Sovereign is the long season. We can start skiing in November and ski well into April, and we even can come back in May. Of course, the conditions are fantastic. I've skied in many places around the world, and I would have to say Sovereign is at the top of that list.
So my favorite thing about skiing here is that because our trails are so expansive, it's not hard to get out in the middle of nowhere with nobody else. and then you're alone with the wind and the trees and your heartbeat, and that can be really meditative.
One of the things that makes Silver Star Provincial Park and the Sovereign Lake Nordic Centre really attractive is the community.
My favorite part about skiing here is just the community. We get quite a variety of guests and members here from all over, from Vernon and then from all over the world. It's great here because we have such wide trails, and we are one of the largest ski networks that gets groomed daily.
And I like doing it here because of the range of terrain that we have. So if you're feeling kind of tired that day, you can take a shorter loop. But if you're really feeling like a long one, we have some really great ups and downs that go on for like 14, 15 kilometers. There's lots of wildlife that cross the trails, things like martins and crows. When it gets warmer, we have a couple bears.
Our groomers do a fantastic job at keeping the trails well maintained every day.
Bar none, one of the best places in the world I've ever skied, and I've skied at many.
Yeah, I would recommend it.
Well, my name's Trent Hoth. I'm from Kelowna, BC. Doing some, some sledding out here to see the views, the sights, and that's kind of why I come out here.
My name is Morgan Hope, and we come up here just to get away from the hustle and bustle and trails that aren't ridden a whole lot, so we don't see a whole lot of people.
Snowmobiling in the Sovereign Lake area is fantastic because there's lots of small loops that you can do. So you can either have a long day snowmobiling or a short day. You know, it's you can go from all the way from Silver Star all the way back over to the Trinity Valley there and get to the snowmobile back to the cabin.
What's interesting in snowmobiling around here is it's a little bit of everything for everyone. You want to do a little bit of meadow riding, there's meadows. A little bit of hill climbing, there's hill climbing. Or if you're just a trail rider, there's tons of trails. And they're pretty well groomed, and there's lots of snow out here.
It's close, it's close from, right from even the Kelowna Airport, you're probably 45 minutes up here and whatnot. There's access to renting snowmobiles up here as well. There's tours that are quite enjoyable to be able to see the sights that you wouldn't normally see if you were just snowshoeing or cross-country skiing and whatnot, because the snowmobile trails are accessing a different area. One of the big sites whatnot that are usually on all the tours is the little spot just up here from the cabin called the North Pole. Great little photo spot there to stop in and say you're at the North Pole. I've done a lot of snowmobiling in the backcountry, Greystokes, Revelstoke. The cabin here that they have just put in here in the most recent years and whatnot is probably, I would say, top notch, probably the nicest, cleanest cabin that I've seen in the backcountry yet. Here you got 160 kilometers of open trail here, varying in loops and, different viewpoints and stuff. Huge area that I think is underutilized in terms of snowmobiling.
Hi, my name's Lydia, and I love snowshoeing at Silver Star Provincial Park.
Hi, I'm Dawn, and I love snowshoeing at Silver Star Provincial Park. Silver Star Provincial Park is just the greatest network of trails to come up in. The snow is sensational up here. It's always sunny, and when it's not sunny and you're in the trees and the snow's falling, just the peacefulness and the quietness of it. And everyone you meet has a big smile on their face.
This trail network is awesome, and one of the reasons I recommend it is because it's close to town and it's free to come snowshoeing. So you can try it out with no obligation to go all day or get your money's worth or anything like that. Just come for a quick loop and see if you like it.
So one of the things I love the most about this area is the fact that there's lots of parking and the trails are so well marked, so you can do short loops, long loops, and it's just so close to town that it's easy to bring up a friend and come up here for a quick lap. So for beginner snowshoers, it's actually a great place to come and just try it out because it's so easy to loop back if you want to make it a shorter loop. And if you are working hard on the way up, just know that you're going to be going down on the way back.
If you follow the signs for the Cathedral Loop, there are some gorgeous views. And on a day like today, you will look out across the valley and see all the mountains.
Yeah, so the coolest thing about this area is that you do actually have views. Often you're just in the trees, they're beautiful, and then you come out to such a stunning view. And the bonus is that if you're on your way down around sunset, you might get a beautiful sunset on the way down.
So if you work hard on the way up, don't worry, it's going to be easy coming back.
But isn't there, like, it's easy?
So I think we're ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What's the question again? No, sorry. I just want to get straight.
Yeah, no.
I've been coming up here for about 10 years now. What are you doing?
Dad has got to talk.